Hi there, this is the start of the Wye Valley Walk, which is about 136 miles, and it's probably going to take Colin and I a couple of years to complete it. This is the first day, and there's Colin.
136 miles it is.
Yep.
What's the name of the end point?
Plynlimon.
Plynlimon.
It starts here in Chepstow with the castle behind me, and it ends up in the foothills of North Wales at a place called Plynlimon. Oddly enough, today and the last day are the two hardest in terms of climbing. The rest of it's relatively flat. We started a little bit late. The weather's not brilliant, but we're just about to set off now from Chepstow. Colin's got to get himself a waterproof coat because he's forgot his, and we'll see how we go. This is the alcove seat. It's our first viewpoint of the day. That's obviously the River Wye, and over there is the castle where we started.
Beyond that is the Severn Bridge. And
beyond that is the Severn Bridge in the background. I don't know whether it picks up because it's not that good at distance.
Neither am I.
Colin forgot his coat.
I got one. I held up lots of people in a queue.
Yeah, he picked the one garment that wasn't priced, and I couldn't find it on the computer, so it took about, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, and they never did find it, they just gave me a price in the end. Oh well. You live and don't learn.
You certainly do, don't. So Colin and I have just been talking, and we've observed that the river down there, that slow gliding muddy brown river, by the time we finish this walk is going to be a babbling brook springing out of the side of the Plynlimon Hills. So we're watching it kind of backwards in terms of its development. We've also been complaining about that ugly road bridge over there and the various things they could have done to make it look better, but they didn't, did they?
It's a personal walk for me in a way. I've got the River Wye running by where I live.
Yeah, we will be passing right by Colin's cottage.
So it's a sense of achievement when we walk it, to see that, to think I've been to the source of that.
Yes.
Followed it all the way back.
Yeah, it's going to be a good, we reckon it's going to take 3 years to complete it in stages, so it's going to occupy us for a while.
Yeah.
But it's going to be great. We've been looking forward to doing this for some time. Well, we've just got to a place called the Giant's Cave, and we're debating whether we're still en route or not. We think we are.
I think so.
There was a fork in the path back there, but I think this is the right way. We're just going to go through the Giant's Cave here. In fact, let's do it now.
Okay. Come on, camera.
There is a way through. There's some sort of, looks like someone's fireplace.
Yeah.
Does somebody live here, do you reckon?
You're sitting there drinking flasks of tea and coffee as well.
Yeah, it's quite wild and tangled here, but there is a path, so we'll continue. Well, since the last bit of filming, it's not really changed an awful lot.
It's got wetter.
It's still woodland, yeah. The only thing that has changed is the weather. It's got decidedly wetter. It's supposed to be scattered showers today. What we've had is a continual downpour, and it looks like it will continue all day. So yeah, it's made for interesting walking because sometimes the ground's a little bit slippy underfoot, and this is typical. You've got fairly big drops down to the right hand side. Somewhere down there is the river, and considering it's supposed to be the Wye Valley Walk, I think we've seen the river for about 5 minutes today.
Kind of nearly done.
It's just an unseen presence down in the valley. Tomorrow, if the weather doesn't get any worse, we'll be walking more along the banks of it, I think. But it's been great. I love this. I love getting wet. Walking along in sodden rain.
And going uphill, you love that too.
Oh, an uphill, yeah.
Lots of that.
Absolutely. If a path can go uphill, then that's the Wye Valley. Well, that was interesting. All the way down there. It's a very steep, rocky, and today slippery path full of rocks and tree roots. And Colin and I have nearly come across a couple of times going down there. That's quite entertaining. Well, we've just descended out from the woodland behind us, up and over a big hill. I think we kind of went up and over something like that, look. And it was a long, relentless climb, but then it was a very sharp descent, and as I mentioned previously, it was rocky, slippy, and you could have easily, seriously, you could have easily tripped and ended up as a casualty, but luckily we got down okay. One or two stumbles, and I don't know about Colin, but I'm getting hungry now. He hasn't mentioned it yet. Might have to suggest it in a minute. Well, we've just reached Tinton with its famous ruined abbey. Been there before a few times. It's a lovely little place actually. And it stopped raining. Yay! We've just come in from that direction over there. That crest of tree line is where we've dropped down from, I think. And now it's lunchtime.
We sat and had our lunch by the side of the river, where we had a grandstand view of the abbey ruins. It belonged to monks of the Cistercian order, and had reached its peak in terms of power and wealth by the mid-13th century, before Henry VIII had his wicked way, and it was dissolved in the 1500s. Like many such abbeys dotted around the country, it's been a ruin for most of its history.
We've just set off after lunch, and we're finally back down by the river for the first time in quite a few miles, just leaving Tinton. At least it's stopped raining now and the sun's out, so it's a little bit more pleasant to walk in. Nice footwork, yeah, Cole. So. And that's what passes for entertainment round here.
I'm entertained.
And from a shindig to village cricket, played on the banks of the Wye.
Who we missed. Keep fresh air.
See if I can get some of these. Holly stands a bit restless.
They're drunk. 7 or 8 year olds.
I'm not sure, but one of the umpires appears to be wearing a kilt.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In fact, they both are.
Go a long way for their away match.
changed ends.
Yeah.
There's a bowler. Bowler's coming in from the right. Batsman's just getting his position right. Here we go. And it's going to be, oh, it's a full length, and he missed. No.
Oh! Is he out stumped?
I think he's been bowled.
Yeah, stumped, failed at centre line.
Yeah, there you are. Must be Australia playing one of their warm-up matches. We're just coming into the tiny little village of Brockweir, which used to be one of the busiest places on the river in days gone by, when the wharf was still operational. Pretty quiet these days.
Everyone welcome, refreshments available.
Excellent. That's what we've just been watching.
Yeah.
The acorn is I don't know, is it a national trail? Yeah. Bit across the road. Well, we've just had another half an hour or so of woodland walking again after leaving Brockweir. We shouldn't have been in Brockweir in the first place. We took a wrong turn, but we had a pint there, so it wasn't wasted. And the rain has stopped, but the ground is still very slippy, and we're still feeling it quite close under the trees. It's a very muggy kind of day, but I reckon we can't have too much further to go now. I hope. Well, we've just gone off route. We got lost. I'm not necessarily going to blame ourselves, because the signpost disappeared and the guidebook, well, it babbled basically. Couldn't work it out, and we ended up going a circuitous route on the main road. But we're in Cledden now, and we're going to pick up the route again somewhere around here, we hope. What a day. Well, we've just left Cledden, away back behind us. More forest walking, another rain shower, and now the sun's out again. And over to our right, we're getting teased now, because after a day of no views at all, because I've been under tree cover, we're now kind of being treated to some viewpoints over there. The irony is, we got lost. We had to divert off route and take a road to get back on route, and that diversion cost us 3 viewpoints, which would have been lovely. So we haven't really seen much today apart from trees. But over there, look. I'm sure it looks lovely. If it weren't for these big trees in the way, it'd be great. Oh, Colin says you can see the Severn Bridge from here. Yes, you can. Actually, that's quite a good view.
Yeah. Lots of humps and mounds, most of which we seem to have been over.
Yeah, bloody right. Here we go then. How about this for a view? Not bad, eh? Kind of a reward for all the walking we've done today, and getting soaked and getting lost and getting aches and pains because of the amount of climbing we've done. It does say on the profile of the route that it's 1,000 metres in total of climbing. Well, actually more than that. So that's 3,000 feet plus. And although it said it's the same amount going down, frankly, I don't feel like it has been. It just seems to be an all climbing today.
Top of the valley, that means that the river must be actually there. So
the river is down there, yeah. As Colin's saying, that is the Wye Valley. Actually looks beautiful at the moment because it's just rained and now the sun's just picking out the trees. but the river itself is deep down there, way below us. What a lovely view. It looks almost like a painting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this will do it justice really. It's a shame.
No, camera.